Hello, fellow traders. This is Anthony again. Welcome back to our video today. Today is on Tuesday, and so before I start, let me start by asking you, how is your week so far? Have you taken any trade so far? So for me, I took a trade yesterday on gold. Yesterday was on Monday, so I managed to catch a very beautiful trade during the New York session. That is on yesterday. That is. So on my recently uploaded video, I tried to show you my strategy, how I mark my breakout structure, change of character, how I identify a fake and also a valid breakout structure. So it is the same strategy that I used yesterday for me to be able to catch this beautiful trade. And that is what we are going to do here. So let me go down and show you what I managed to catch here on gold. So let me start from the 2 hour time frame. I want to show you something, guys. From what you can see here, by the way, from the higher time frame, for me the gold is bearish. Let me start from the 4 hour time frame. From here, from the 4 hour time frame, this is what I have. This low, if you try to zoom in, you can see this low, swap liquidity below this low before pushing to the upside and break this structure. So after that, I saw this change of character. So until we break this high, for me, gold is still bearish. But according to the internal structure is still bullish because this is where I saw a market structure shift. This, yeah. Let me go down to a lower time frame. So here we are on the 2 hour time frame. So this is what I have. Um, so this was a fake breakup structure. If you have not watched that video, kindly you can visit the video. At least I've tried to explain how to identify a fake BOS and also a valid BOS. So this was a fake one. This was a valid BOS. Then here we had a market structure shift. So in the 2 hour time frame, you can see very well we have a fair value gap here. So this is where I'm expecting to see some kind of sales. So you can see this fair value gap is attached to this order block. So maybe market can decide to push to this order block. Then from there you can uh, start to push the downside, because from the higher time frame I can see the gold is still bearish, but according to the internal structure we are bullish. Remember guys, we just trade what you see, not what you think. Yeah. So from the 2 hour time frame, so this is what I have. So this was the last break of structure. You can see this was a very strong high since it had swept the liquidity. It had induced this high here, this minor inducement. Then from that you can see a break of structure. So still on last week, I managed to get to catch a very beautiful sell here. Where I had a very beautiful sell from this side. But I'm not going to show that because that is not what I wanted to show you today, guys. That is on Friday. I managed to get that trade here. But later on, during the New York session, we had some kind of news. So luckily, I was out of the market before this impulsive move to the upside. That's why I normally emphasize on having a fixed risk to reward, that is 1:3. So before this impulse move to the upside, I was already out of the market, so I was not stopped out, guys. Then, so after this impulsive move, this is what I had marked the market structure shift. So this was my target. I was expecting the market to come still to this pure high here, which I marked, I think, from the 4 hour time frame. Because after this break of structure, definitely this is where we had the inducement. There was no any other inducement within this leg here. So this is the only inducement that we had here. So that was my inducement. Then I think today during the New York session and Asia session, we have seen this impulsive move. Then we have a fake break of structure here on the 1 hour time frame. The reason we are calling this fake break of structure because it has not swept any liquidity inside here. Okay, let me show you what I was able to catch yesterday. Let me go to 15 minutes time frame. So this was the trade, guys. This was the trade. So when I woke up, I found that the market had tried to push to the downside. Then let me just go to the lower time frame and show you exactly that setup here. I show you that setup very clearly. You can see very clearly here. You can start from this side. I can start from this side. Where do we have the change of character? Mhm. So from what you can see here, we have this push to the downside, push to the upside, push to the downside. Market try to push to the upside, swept liquidity above this high. Then now you can see we got a change of character within this area. After that, what do you see? We have this kind of push to the upside, push to the downside, induced this low, swept liquidity below this low. Then we had push to the upside to sweep the liquidity above this high. So this became my inducement. After that inducement, we have break of structure to the downside. So this was my last high, last strong high. This was the last strong low. So after that, what you see, the market, that's why I'm telling you this strategy is very powerful, guys. Remember, this was my strong high since it had swept the liquidity within this area. That's why you can see market faced some challenges here before breaking this high. We had some reaction here, tried to push the downside, then went to the upside and changed character in this area. We have a change of character here. After that change of character, to be honest, I didn't take this first trade here. I did not take this first trade here. So I wanted a further confirmation because maybe market might have wanted to sweep a liquidity maybe within this area and react from this mitigation, this order block before continuing to the downside. So later on, I saw this break of structure here, a very strong break of structure since it has swept this minor inducement. After this break of structure, that is now when I got my second confirmation that we are now bullish and we can capitalize on this bullish trend. So now I went to the 5 minutes time frame. I'm not wrong. So went to the 5 minutes time frame. No, I think it was in 15 minutes time frame. I just want to catch it correctly. Yeah. So this last bearish candle before the impulse move, that was my marked order block. But when you go, we can call it order block or demand zone. But when you go down to the 5 minutes time frame, you can see very clearly we had this in fair value gap here, then we had an order block in this area. So when the market came to this region, I did not take the trade immediately. So what I did, because I knew here we had a fair value gap, market might decide to push to the downside and mitigate this order block right here. So market pushed to the downside as I anticipated. Then this is where I got in after the close of this candle. That is when you can see this strong bullish candle at this area. That is where I got in. Stop loss below this low. Then the target, as usual, it was 1:3, which was aligned with this eye. And I can tell you guys, within this trade, it the take profit within 15, not 15, but 30 minutes. So you see, 15 candle, we have another 15 candle. So within 30 to 40 minutes, I was out of this trade, guys. And you see the importance of my risk to reward. So after that, you can see the market push to the downside now. So if I was too greedy and maybe target this high, yeah, what could have happened? Maybe I could have been in some profit. Then, unfortunately, without I know it, I could have been taken out of this market. But that is not what I did. I just targeted this 1:3. Then I eat my take profit. As simple as that. So that was it on the gold trade. So today I've missed a very beautiful trade on GJ. I've missed a very beautiful trade here on GJ, guys, and it has pained me. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So this was my trade on GJ. But unfortunately, I've missed this entry. So you can see here, I would not do the top analysis. Just let me explain this part here. I don't want to make this video to be a bit long. So you can see here, we have an inducement here, then a break of structure to the downside. So after this break of structure, you can see here, there is an inducement. But up here, there is nothing. There is no order block. There is nothing for us to see at this area. So, but I knew this is my strong eye and this is my strong low. So this is a protected eye. This is the targeted low. So immediately the price took out this inducement. Then this is where I started looking for a sell setup. And I think I got it from 3 minutes time frame. So here in the 3 minutes time frame, after the market pushed to this side, failed to sweep this liquidity high here. After that, now I knew definitely market has to come down and come back and sweep these equal highs. So I saw this beautiful sweep of liquidity, which acted as my inducement. Then after that, you can see here we have a change of character. After this change of character, I had marked this order block here on the 3 minutes time frame. Because on the 5 minutes time frame, there was nothing for me to mark. Then after that, I think because of the spread, I placed my limit order here. But because of spread, unfortunately, I was not tagged into this trade, and you can see the market has already moved. So this is my break even. So it is what it is, guys. So, and this is my target here. This is my target. So let's see, and let's wait and see what will happen. So if maybe market can come here again, because I think there is a favorable gap in the 1 minute time frame, market can decide to come sweep more liquidity, then push the downside. If that one happens, I will also get into the trade. So otherwise, that was it, guys. I wish to stop at this point. Remember, tomorrow is on Wednesday. I promise to make an update of what has happened on the pairs that we analyzed on our previous video. So I'll wish to keep the promise, and tomorrow I'll make that video. So thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.